You're watching the Ship on Day 1 Field Guide. I'm Hans. Let's get ship done. You're probably watching this video because you're interested in scaling your project management system. Maybe your team already has a relatively effective way of managing tickets and work items, feature requests, and bugs on your team. However, maybe it's not running at the scale that you would like. Either it has inefficiencies within the system, or it's not spread across enough projects within your team or your larger software organization. Well, as software developers, you and I both know that it's important to have a clear, transparent channel of communication between product stakeholders, product owners, and the development teams. During this video, we'll look at a 4-step process to effectively scale project management across your team and your organization. Step 1. We're going to make sure that each project is decomposed into tasks. And these are tasks that can be handed to developers and designers in order to create the features and software necessary. Now, this is an important step, and it can be performed at any step of the project. It can be done immediately when a project comes in, or if a project is going a little bit haywire, it can be done at a later time in order to reset project expectations, including either scope or deadlines. Number 2, prioritize the tasks that you've decomposed in step 1. Make sure that you understand the relationship between the tasks, which ones need to be done before others in order to effectively launch a feature or a product version. Make sure that you understand which features and which tasks need to be included before you can actually launch a version as well. Step 3, agree with not only your team and your project manager, but also your product stakeholder, where you want the list of tasks and their priority, as well as their state, whether they're in progress or whether they're done or still yet to be done. Make sure that you agree on where that state lives. If your team uses something like Scrum or Kanban as a project management methodology, this might be a Scrum board or a Kanban board. It might be as simple as sticky notes up on the wall of your team area, or it might be something in the browser, for example, a pivotal tracker board or a Jira queue. In any case, it's very important to make sure that this board can be viewed not only by your team, but also anyone who has input into your team's prioritization as well as your output. That means that your product stakeholders actually can figure out what their tasks are in terms of prioritization and when they're likely to get done. And finally, step 4, make sure that people who are putting tasks on your backlog, whether they're feature requests or whether they're bug fix requests, understand what that process is and also what the turnaround time is. Make sure that they know that you might address a feature request within a couple of days, but a bug request within a day or within minutes if it's a high severity bug. By making sure that these channels of communication are effectively defined and that you have a place where your project management can live and be transparent, you will have found that you've effectively managed to scale your project management workflow well across your team and your wider organization. In future videos, we'll look at measuring and optimizing your project management system. You can find those videos and so many more at shiponday1.com. I'll see you there. Thank you.